Hey guys, it's KP Layouts here, and I'm bringing you another video, and I'm back to recording. I got a new Elgato HD 60 frames per second, and I'm going to be uploading again, so be looking out for more videos. And these games are just brand new. I just got the HD PVR tonight, and this is my first couple wins when I first started recording, and it's going to be 2 games against Kihz and Limitz. Kihz is going to be his cutter, Limitz is going to be arbiter, and it's going to be Hutzy and I as Andrew's brute. And if you guys are wondering, yes, we are brutes banshees and Andrew's hogs. So I just wanted to say I'm going to be uploading videos again. You guys can be expecting that, so keep subscribing. If you guys are happy that I'm back to recording, please hit that like button. I will also be streaming a little bit more on Xbox One, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And other games that I play. I'll also be streaming Halo Wars on Twitch, so please check out my Twitch if you don't have me added on Twitch. It's going to be under KP Layouts, just like my YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out. I'll have different videos I'll be posting on this channel of me playing with different people, different combos. But when I'm with Hutzy right now, we're running Andrew's Brute, and we've been doing pretty good. Lately we've been playing some Andrew's RB teams, and that can be rough. And anyway, so we've been playing lots of good games versus LH, Kai's, other people like that. So I'll be sure to keep bringing out good games when I play them, and just have a lot more content. So just subscribe, like my videos, help support the channel. So for the first game, we are on Terimnal, and they have good spawn and they do Pelican. And from here, I decided to just pick up as much money as I can and get Stun Hammer. I have a pretty good feeling that they're going to play defense with their Arbiter. And my first guess is that they're going to be doing the Super Beast Depot 5th build. And the best way I can stop that or slow it down is get Stun Hammer and just hit their Depot. So from here I can see that he's obviously doing that build. And the first thing they do is when they do this build and they see me show up is try and get a turret up. So I'm going to go over here, try and stop that turret, and then stop the Depot. So his Depot is just now queued, and they have the reactor at the hook, and they have a reactor on their base with about 4 supply pads. And so far, Kai's cancels the Depot and then rebuilds it, cancels it, rebuilds it. So at this point, I'm already doing a good job. I'm slowing him down and keeping his Depot down. And this is going to buy Hutzy some time to clear the hook and stuff like that. And I'm just going to sit here and keep stopping the Depot. And I already got Citadel, and I'm ready to go for Summits. And Kai's did get a turret up. So since he has a turret up, he's going to build the Depot right next to it, and I can't stop it. So at this point, I figure it's a good time to go over to Limitz's base and see if there's any more money on the map to pick up with my chopper. And I see that Limitz is getting a turret, so I'm going to go over there and try and stop it. And I look away to see the hook, and I realize that Limitz already has the turret up. So there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to go around to the other side and do damage over here. And Limitz does have 2 upgraded pads. I decided to hit the back pad to see if he's building a turret, and he decided to build the turret in the front. So so far these guys, they're just spamming turrets. And I really hate it when people play, just spam turrets. That's just how they play. And I'm just gonna sit here and just try and kill a pad. We see that they have like a black bar marine in that hook. And Hutzy cleared an Expo already, and he has Grenadier. So he's just gonna work on trying to clear their hook. And he just took his Expo. And I believe his Goss is coming up now, or it's about to be. I'm not really sure. So I just upgraded my 4th pad. And they're going to try and grunt me. I'm going to try and stun it. But this grunt's going to go all the way into me. That kind of sucks. But it doesn't really matter to me because all I did was get Stun Hammer. I don't really care if my chieftain dies or not. I was going to get boost, but I figured they're going to have a tank on me soon, so I should probably just get Banshees out. So I'm just going to pump them out as fast as I can. And I'm going to stop this turret in the back. and I see that it gets up. So at this point, they have a turret on their cutter space, and they have two turrets on their cubby space. So far, there's really not much I can do. And I'm just going to continue to build Banshees. And I figure at this point, I could just start porting my Banshees in. And I see they have a tank over here. And I'm just going to try and get shots on it with my Banshees. I figure that he's really trying to kill my Chieftain, so I'm just getting free shots on him. At this point in the game, it's kind of close, but I feel like we have an advantage because we have a base up and we're trying to keep their hook down, and it looks like we got one of them, so that's going to help. And I'm able to go over there and boost and help lock the hook down. But it's now 5 minutes in the game and it's time for us to go across. So we're actually going to go over there and take him out of the reactor. And once we take him out of the reactor, they can't get canister shell anymore. So that's our goal right now, is to stop them from getting canister shell. So this Marine's about red bar. I don't have my Banshees help. So after this Marine dies, he's no longer going to be able to get canister shell, and he's going to have to buy a reactor to continue to pump tanks. And I see here that Limitz already has a vampire out. So that's not good for us. They already got vampires, and they already got tanks, and we got Kihz and Banshees. So all we can do is try and rely on numbers and get up enough hogs to kill their vamps. At this point, I figured they don't have too many vamps out, so I'm going to try and continue to do damage. And their Arbiter is at Hutzy's Expo right now. He's trying to keep it down. And at this point, I'm going to keep looking around, see if they have any expos. And I see that they don't, and that they have 3 tanks pushing up on my base, like on my teammate's base. So I'm going to send all my Banshees to try and fight their tanks. They only have 3 tanks, so they don't have very many. So I should be able to fight it pretty easily. And it looks like they are going to kill Hutzy's base. And I thought that their Arbiter may have recalled here because I didn't see him. But he's just on the other side of the base, and now they have 4 tanks. So I'm going to kill this tank right here. And it looks like his Arbiter's trying to come over here and rage my Banshees, so I need to get out. And I'm going to go take the reactor so I can get Tech 2 Banshees. And I figure since his Arbiter's going to help defend the tanks, I'm not going to be able to do too much since they got vampires and they got RB. But if I could pick off a tank or two, it would help. But I'm going to eventually just go on offense because there's not really much I can do. So I really can't defend Hutzy's base, so we're just going to have to kind of just base trade it. Hutzy does have another expo, even though his other one died. So we're really not in a bad position at all, and we got a lot of Kihz numbers. And Limitz never recalled because he figured he couldn't rage it all. So at this point, Limitz is just going to die. He's going to get taken out of the game. And I'm going to go shield now so that they can't mess up my base. I figure it should come up in time before they finish off Hutzy's main. And it doesn't look like he's ever going to get Canister Shell this game. The moment we took him out of the reactor, he was pretty much screwed on getting Canister Shell. And non-candy tanks really don't do very much base damage. And it looks like they're trying to have a couple tanks play defense, but I now have Tech 2 Banshees, I believe. So those tanks are going to die pretty fast. Now they can't build any more tanks, and this is pretty much GG for the first game. Limitz is about to be defeated soon. So game 1 on Terimnal, they had good spawn, and it's a pretty good game. After we stopped them out of the reactor, there really wasn't much they could do. I'm just kind of waiting for them to resign at this point. Alright, so now he resigns. Now we're going to go on to game 2. Game 2 is actually on the docks. Cutter RB once again versus our Anders Brute. And this game, Limitz is going to play really weird. I really wasn't expecting him to play the way he was. But you'll see in a minute. So I see that they're Cutter RB again. I'm going to go Temple first. That way I can have an early offense if I need to. And in this game, it's really going to pay off. Sometimes it doesn't. But this game, I'm really glad I went Temple first. I usually debate on whether or not to go Temple first or Temple second. And this game is definitely worth it. I tried getting a ram off on their ghost, but I really wasn't successful. I guess while the game's going, I'll talk about other stuff or something. So yeah, since I'll be uploading videos again, keep checking out my videos. And if you haven't seen any of my videos before and you're just now seeing this one, I have a lot of old videos that I put up that are some good games, so you might enjoy those, so check them out. And I plan on uploading a lot more. So basically, if I beat you online, expect the video to go up. I know people don't really like that, but that's what Topher used to say. So I'm going to be putting up a lot of videos. So, you know, be looking forward to seeing at least 2 videos a week. But it might be more. You know how I used to, where I put like 4 videos up in one day? I might start doing that again, depending on how much I play. And I might stream while I'm playing too. So just be looking out for that. I know that Metaloid and Spam Tanks stream sometimes. And I'm not very legit, actually. He was playing against us the other day. And he streamed playing against us. So I think streaming would be fun. Right here, I noticed that Limitz is going on offense. And this whole time, he's had his ghost shooting at Hutzy's base. And right here, we see that they're doing a cheese. So that's really not good for us. They're going to try and kill Hutzy's Expo. And if they are successful at killing it, we're probably going to lose. So I was kind of worried because Hutzy didn't help spawn block. And he's getting here late. So they got 2 grunts through already. But the thing is, Limitz unlocked them early, so they're not even into the base or anything yet. So by the time he gets there, Hutzy already has station. The base has already lost like a quarter health, so that's not good. And I think at this point, Hutzy's going to lock a Warthog into his base, or he will soon. That way if they mac, it won't do as much damage. And right here, I'm just going to try and strip Limitz as soon as I can. So I'm going to have 2 brutes on one side, and then 1 brute and my chieftain on the other. And Hutzy only has 2 supply pads at this point, and he's just going to main his base. Hutzy's just going to try his best to stop their 3rd grunt from coming through. And his 3rd grunt just came out, and Hutzy's going to ram it. And now he gets gunner. So he's going to start shooting it down and try and stop it from coming out. So I'm pretty sure he completely stops it from getting through. Kihz is raping my brutes right now, but I kill his hog. And at this point we're looking pretty good. His Expo doesn't seem like it's going to die. And Limitz drops his temple, because he doesn't have enough money to recall and rage. So I'm just going to try and strip him, and I got my summits going up. Kihz is going straight tanks, so we're not necessarily in a good position right now. Obviously Limitz is stripped and out of the game, but if I don't get Banshees out soon, Kihz could kind of like 1v2 us if he like did a candy down tech. So I'm kind of worried about that. So my goal right now is to take Limitz out of the game, kill all the supply pads, and then just spam banshees. And in the meantime, Hutzy's gonna go straight tanks. I figured it's not a good idea for him to go hogs at this point because, you know, tanks are just gonna beat his hogs, and banshees and tanks will beat their tanks. So that's kind of like the reasoning behind that, because they already have a tank out, and he's nowhere near Goss or anything, because them rushing his base like that, he had to spend a lot of money on upgrading his base, and he lost hogs trying to ram. So him going straight tanks, he is behind Kihz, but my Banshee should be able to make up for that. Another thing is, since he's Anders, he can build gremlins, and those can stall out pretty good and help my Banshees kill him. But I don't even have a Banshee out yet, and they already have a tank on his base. And it looks like he's just going to main his base and kill it. If he kills Hutzy's Expo, we might just lose this game. So we're really hoping that he doesn't kill it, because I'm not even near a Banshee yet. And since he's on his base, I can't go boost yet. I have to just spam Banshees. And I spent a little extra money to make sure I killed Limitz's supply pad, because I figure every time he loses a supply pad, Kihz is just gonna have to like click him to buy another pad, or at least he's gonna have to click him to rage because he has no money. So Limitz still has 0 supply pads, so that's really good for us. And now Hutzy's Expo is a little bit less than half health, and we do have a gremlin, so we're gonna stun and try and shoot the base. Shoot the tank shooting the base. And he maxed the base, and the reason the Mac didn't do very much damage, for one, we have 4 supply pads on the base, but 2, he locked a gremlin. So locking in that gremlin's gonna help to take some of that damage. And now they have 2 tanks. I'm gonna go boost, and he's unlocking that gremlin that was locked on the base. And now we're gonna stun another tank. His other gremlin died, but we're kind of like sending everything we have into their army. But they now have 4 tanks on our side of the map. So it looks like this base is probably gonna die, and we're kind of in a bad spot. Limitz started raging, and I was really confused on how he had enough money to rage. But he immediately like ran out. So he definitely can't rage right now. Any money that he rages, Kihz is probably clicking him. Either that or he has 1 supply pad and he can only like hit 1 time, which is probably the case. But anyway, I'm trying my best to chase these tanks, but it looks like the base is straight up just gonna die. So the base dies at this point, and I am gonna kill 1 tank, and I'm just gonna continue to kill. And they do have a starred up tank, as you can see right here, so I'm gonna try my best to kill it. And Limitz right there, he just keeps trying to rage. So I kill that tank, and they do have another tank somewhere. I don't know where it went. But I'm just going to go ahead and go on offense. And I'm going to try and kill their depots. I figure at this point they could be going wolves. So the sooner I kill their depot, the better position we can be in. Because right now we're a single base versus their double base. And they did have quite a bit of tanks. Hutzy has a gremlin and 2 tanks on offense, so that should be good enough to fight any number of tanks they have, along with my Banshees. But right now they do have a wolf shooting me, but I figure it's worth it to lose a Banshee or 2 to kill their depot. And then I'm going to boost over to the other base. Since they killed Hutzy's base, our goal is to try and kill their base too. And then this is where that extra tank comes out of nowhere and actually stops the base. So they just stopped his Expo again, and that really sucks. But now we're gonna kill that, and I thought he might have taken this base, or their Arbiter was here picking up the money, but luckily he wasn't. And I'm gonna take this base. And now Limitz shows up to start raging. And we're not sure how much money he has to rage, but we're just going to D-bomb just to make sure that he can't do anything. And pretty much at this point the game's over. I'm pretty sure they resign. Be looking out for my new videos I'll be posting. I'll be posting at least twice a week, so look out for those. Look out for my Twitch stream, KP Layouts, and continue to support the channel, subscribe, like my videos. Catch you guys later.